Hello, Gemini. How are you? Little bit of a new view. I got a little bit of an upgrade in my room. So I changed the view in order to incorporate this giant shelf I have right here now with all my tarot cards in it, so then I don't have to bend and break every time I wanted a deck. So new view, who dis? July 11th. Gemini, here we go. Okay. Oh man, I can't get this Yellow Wolf song out of my head. Bach Chevy, 1979. Oh my gosh. Maybe you were born in 79. That could be it. Maybe you were born in 79. There we go. My table was a little bit off. My apologies. I almost bought this desk and shit yesterday, and then I'm like, not right now. So I put this whole shelf together from IKEA. It's wonderful. I'm not going to show you, but it's wonderful. I put a shelf together all by myself. She just saw my sister. She was amazed. Okay. Whew. I'm getting a little hot. What's going on, Gemini? It kind of looks like Alright, I'm going to show you this. Look at how this kind of looks like. Okay. So, see these cards? See how this chick is in the middle here? Girl with the snake? And how it's like girl talk over here, engagement ring, love. I think somebody, okay, yeah, there we go. That's pretty good. I think somebody put a spell on somebody. Like, I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. I'm laughing because I think it's hilarious. I just showed you that. Because the way I just put it all together, that's what it looks like to me. I'm like, I can't help but see this girl with the snake right in the middle. And I see that she took somebody away from somebody. Okay, so say, hypothetically speaking, these bitches don't really like to be called out, so let's say hypothetically speaking, you were lined up to be with somebody, okay, and you have this voodoo witch bitch in your neighborhood, okay? And this voodoo witch bitch, this girl with the snake, decides she meets you and she gets something off you. She reads something off of you. And her life is shit. So she goes home and she talks with some friends, okay, about you, because clearly this is like a small town or something. She talks to some friends about you, and she decides, all right, I almost think she did a tarot reading too, okay? And she saw that something coming in, okay, that has to do with unconditional love for you, an engagement ring. So if you are not married and single, pay attention, please, okay? she took an engagement ring away from you. So she saw somebody coming in for you. Okay, now, because I'm a genie in a bottle, I'm gonna ask all the necessary questions to get this fucking answered. Stupid bitch. Okay, so. Ooh, she did something that took an offer away from you. Knight of Bongs in reverse. It took her a few times to do. Okay? She might have had to even put money into this. It took her a few times to get this right. Okay? I don't think the spell was correct the first time. I think it took 3 or 4 times to take this cup away from you. Clearly this person was around you. Maybe she tried to break you up and then it ended up working. And I have to say, please be very careful with social media, okay? When you put your spouses on social media, especially if you're a little bit popular or well-known, people will break you up. Because they'll be like, I want to be with him. Let's get this bitch out of the way. I want to be with her. What can you do to get this guy out of the way? Right? You have to be very careful on social media. I don't have social media and there's a reason for it, okay? So just be careful. I'm not saying get rid of it, but I'm just saying if you start dating somebody or if you started dating somebody or if there's somebody in the past, please do not advertise it. There is no reason to do that because then they're going to see that. This witch sees everything because she's got this little glass window that shows her what's going on, okay, i.e. Facebook, Instagram, and then she's got her little tarot cards and she'll pull those little tarot cards out on parties, and because she's biased to the situation, she does not read the energy correctly, okay, because she knows these people, which is the worst way to read energy, okay? So she gets dealt this hand of cards. Okay, and that's what gave her all of the wrong information and told her about this guy, okay, or girl, okay, depending on who you are. She told them about it. She was told about this person, how this person was going to meet this person, okay, because whoever this you are, okay, you were ascending. You were just about, if not, you did complete something huge, and that's how they knew. That's why they started asking about you, okay? Because you were entering this new phase and you were preparing for union. See on the bottom there, preparing for union? You were preparing to meet this person. You were doing all of the right things to get this person into your life. And then they come in with the snake and they put up boundaries instantly. So I almost actually think that what they did was they created a spell, like almost like 2 voodoo dolls, and they keep them in separate boxes. So then these people can never come together, okay? They can't come together because they're in completely separate worlds, okay? So she's used money to do this. She's cultivated something from the seed up. Okay, she started something, which means that it took her a few times. I wouldn't be surprised if she's grown this into like some type of mandrake, or she's grown it into a plant, okay, and that plant is still alive. So what has to happen is that plant has to die, just like that, okay? It's gonna die, and it's gonna kill this spell that she's created. Now, who are these people? Please give me these 2 people, the best you can. That's so amazing. Now I know what she saw. And I'm going to say it again. Stupid bitch. Oh. Okay, so this definitely is something that they grew. Okay, she grew this, she watered it, she took care of it. And these 2 people are absolutely perfect for one another. They are separate in their unique and wonderful ways and completely balanced, completely the same. and see how they're both in 2 jars? Okay? So you can't keep love apart. These people are going to figure it out like I just did, right? People are going to figure it out. She thinks she's so smart, or he thinks he's so smart. One of these people is the Queen of Swords. So one of them is, I almost kind of feel like that could be me, all right, telling the truth on this. I do also have my handy pipe right here, as she does in the picture. I just did sit and blaze. And these 2 people, we got an Aquarius and a Virgo. So, you see how, okay, so this Hermit is a one-hit wonder. That's what they call them. I don't know what these fucking things are. We don't have them in Canada. I don't know what they are. I'm trying to figure them out. But in the book it said one-hit wonder. So, but then once you have no weed, then you hide, okay? Let's actually see. That's why I've got this book right here, because I want to see what the actual Hermit says. Hermit, here we go. The Hermit card symbolizes time for self-examination, self-reflection, and self-reliance, and even self-healing. A little me time, perhaps, just for you and your one hitter. Enjoy the benefits of purposeful solitude. It's a state of mind. Connect with your inner wisdom. So it's a one hitter. Again, I don't know. We don't have those. So I've never seen them in my life. Okay, so it's like somebody went into solitude. Okay, they forced somebody into solitude because, again, both these people are in the box. Oh my God. Okay, this red changes the colors on the card, so I didn't notice that both of these are at night. See how they're both in the dark. But one of them has a lighter, which is the star, which is Aquarius. So one of them is lighting this up, okay? Once they light the lighter, they know that they're in a box. Maybe this person didn't know they were in a box, okay? So the Hierophant and the 6 of Pipes in reverse. So actually, no, I'm going to take these upright because these 2 people are leaving this behind. Like, again, look at this pipe in a box, but the box is now open. Okay? And then look at the Hierophant at night. Like, all these cards at night, all of a sudden. So it's like these people get out of this box. All right? They get out of the box. Dig in a box. Okay, they get out of a box. There's definitely a dude in a box. And oh my gosh, look at that on the bottom, High Priestess. So I would say these are the 2 energies again, right? Like the woman in the night, okay, in the dark. Both of these people figured a lot out. So what this witch did is they actually created 2 very intelligent people by putting them in the boxes. And that's what's funny is the irony of the story is they become smarter, this witch dies, right? You can only keep energies away from one another for so long until they figure it out. Once they figure it out, they're going to make their way to them because they know how long they've been away, right? So it's like somebody had to light their lighter and figure out where they were. Okay. Oh, now I'm getting The Descent. It's like this really awesome horror movie that is one of my favorites. And these girls go into a cave and then they get trapped down there with all these other beings, right? And they have to try to make it out. And then there's a part 2 that takes place. It continues part 1. It's so fucking cool. Like, it's actually part 1 and part 2 are both good. Like, I don't like part 2 as much as I like part 1, but part 2 is like just as fucked. Now I'm getting that. And the one girl makes it out. And now I'm looking, see on her thumb, she's got that yin yang. And so now I see like one person, like both of them going from dark to light. Dark to light, dark to, you know. So then they both get out of this. You cannot keep people apart. And fuck her for thinking she could. By keeping, like, that is like, oh my God. I watched this video the other day. What time do we have? I can't see. I watched this video of these people releasing this chimpanzee that had been in captivity for like 20 years, his whole life. All he knew was a lab. So when he got outside, he was looking around at everything like, oh my God, this is life. Like, this is what's been kept from me this whole time. Like, I feel like what this person did is so bad that they've kept people away from one another. But not only did they keep them away from one another, but they kept them in boxes, which is so unnecessary. You still could have kept people away from each other by not putting them in a dark, cold place by themselves. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, that's so mean. Even that chimpanzee didn't deserve that. So do you think these people deserved that? Oh my God, and the rodeo has been on, and I've just been like, oh, I'm sorry if you're like old school redneck and you love the rodeo, but like majority of those things that they do to those poor little animals, and I just think like for entertainment, you all are paying thousands of dollars to watch, like oh my God, what they do to those calves, and they lasso them and then they tie them up and they fucking jerk them and they fucking whip their heads, and I'm like, that's so fucking rude, dude. Like, I hope that fucking happens to you. Like, I hope whoever does shit like that, okay, and this is everybody, whoever hurts something, I really hope it comes back to you times 3. Even if you watch it as entertainment, then I hope something, I mean, I'm not even going to say it because, like, I'm not going to hurt you like that. But, like, I for entertainment, I just can't believe what people do for entertainment. Like, it blows my mind what they do and what humans do. And I'm not in that world, so I don't know. I don't know how to hurt a child or hurt a young thing. I don't. And I'm not a fucking vegan. I'm not a fucking vegetarian. I'm not fucking PETA all the way. I'm just like, yo, I'm what goes around comes around. That's my religion. Okay, what goes around comes around. How you take that, how you do that. I know people get pissed off with what I say. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not gonna PG things or sugarcoat things because somebody doesn't like my point of view. Well, guess what? Join the fucking club. Join the army who don't like my point of view. Okay? It's called being different. It's called if we were all the same, this place would be iRobot. Okay? Like, if you don't have your own personal views and if you don't respect people for having their own personal views, then no one's going to respect you for your fucking view at all. So think about that. Right? You don't have to believe in what I do. I believe in what I do because I have to believe in something. I've got to lead my foot with something. And if that's the only thing that I can honestly say about this person, was that they grew something to keep 2 people away. And not only did they, like, that, the original spell of the flower or whatever plant they did was strong enough to keep them away. They didn't have to put them in boxes and tie them up. Right? And then I was thinking, oh man, I was thinking about this last night. Maybe this is why. So, man, there are like so many kidnappings and like killings and shit going on. And all I can think about is how immature people are, is that they mock the movies. Right? Like, if people were to just be sensible and use their own common sense on things, then I'm sure most people wouldn't get kidnapped, and if they did, they wouldn't end up killing them. They wouldn't end up tying them up or putting them into boxes or closets. They would just cover their ears and their eyes. I mean, what else do you gotta have to do? You don't have to chain people up. Where the fuck are they gonna go if they can't see or hear anything? But you gotta chain them up, rape them, sodomize them, kill them. Like, oh, they saw my face, we have to kill them now. No, you could just put acid in their eyes and then they can't see. Then how are they going to be able to tell who you are? You have to kill them. You think logically. I mean, that's a little psycho, even the fact that I just said that. So, this bitch is crazy then, if I just said that. Because I would never say that. So, as you know, I'm channeling right now. My point of view is in there because I have to have 2, I have to make sure I'm here at all times. It can't just be the channel. I know it likes to think that. But then I would have absolutely no defense. 20 minutes on the dot. Wow. Okay. I'm getting this heavy metal song in my head, but I'm super awful with the name of it. I think it's by a band called Hope's Fall, but I've been introducing a couple of new heavy metal bands into my Spotify, so I can't remember. But all I can hear right now is the beginning. The beginning is like this. It's like this mini guitar solo, and then the drums kick in. And then he starts screaming. And you can't even really understand what he's saying until it kicks in, then the singer kicks in. So, I don't know. What the song is about, but anyways, okay. Whoopsies. Okay, so. Okay. Okay, what happens for these two people now that have been kept away from each other for I just heard centuries. So like, I mean, who knows when this happened? You know, like this could have happened centuries ago, right? So say hypothetically speaking, again, these bitches don't like to get called out. Hypothetically speaking, what if like 2,000 fucking years ago, your neighbor did a fucking spell to get you and Mr. Von Hill away from each other, okay? And then she died. And then that entire place, right, was just slowly broken down, right? Because back then, houses were made of like mud and stone, okay? So a lot of that has been completely wiped out geographically, okay? So it's like, and then that spell is still existing deep underground. Like, think about it. We are souls. This isn't our first life. This is our first rodeo, okay? This isn't our first time around the sun, around the bend. We've done this a few times, okay? You're not new, if that's what you think. You wouldn't be watching me if you were new. I'm ancient as fuck. Even my body says I'm 80 years old. My mind is well beyond that, okay? So if that land, because she died, didn't stop the spell, okay? She didn't take these two people out. So then they just got buried. And it's still happening. Do you know how much trouble this witch is in, for one? Because if she did grow something, that's the thing. That's the fucked up thing, is if she did grow something that started this spell to begin with, then who's to say it's still not growing naturally in a forest somewhere where this person's house was? Wow. That's something I never thought I would be able to say on the channel. Like, all three of these cards are in reverse, and I have to flip them around because I want to flip them around. Oh. Yeah. Y'all have been in healing for long enough. I almost see those swords as being like soil on top of them as well, right? And it's all coming together now, okay? And look at the sun is just popping up from the middle of the deck. So this needed to be released, okay? So what ends up happening is it looks like you guys move forward. So that's Six of Swords, moving out of the darkness into the light, okay? It's like you're gonna get a fresh pair of eyes soon, okay? And then poof, the Ten of Cups comes together. okay, with justice. I almost think that that's probably you two, right? Coming in with the sword in between, like this has been a long time coming. Two of Pentacles. This is also like, this is the flap that causes the cascade of events that occur in somebody's life that are bound to happen, that have just been waiting. Actually, you know what I'm getting to? The beacons are lit. So it's like, remember, he wants to light the beacons, and then he tells him, the king says, no, don't do it. You're not allowed to light the beacons, and he does it anyways. Pippin does it. Is it Pippin who does it? Right? Because Strider tells him to light the beacons. And so I almost feel like now it's like, I think the beacons have been lit. So it's the word has gotten across now, because I think that whatever happened, I think that this was done somewhere really far away. Right? Like, you know how hard that energy would have just had to come and find me? Like, and then plus I'm in like the middle of like a city. I have all these buildings blocking me and shit. But I'm kind of where my house is really is like, it has this beautiful weather system of wind that comes in. So it probably took me a really long time to find this reading, but I found it. And then look at the Fool. Dun 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 dun. It's like getting out of this box, I think, really makes somebody feel as if they are stepping out to the world for the first time. Bound and chained, you know, in this very dark place. And like, these kind of readings come out, and like, I don't know where they come out from. I don't know how they come out, but I'm just so thankful that when things like that happen, could you imagine what that spell has done, and the chaos that it's created over these centuries, and that this witch has probably been trying to find her old house forever to dig up the memories that she has there, but she can't, because she can't get there, because the magic that she did was so bad. And people have to remember, and they have to learn from what they do, okay? They have to learn the hard way, or they don't learn at all. Right? If you allow people to get away with things and you don't truly show them because you love them, to love them is to show them consequences of their actions. Because eventually, if you don't show them with all the love that you have for them, they're going to get in trouble, and they're not going to realize, right? So, anyways, thank you for watching. I'm not happy that this reading came out, but at the same time, I am so happy this reading came out, because it seems like it has been a long time coming to get this to be aired. So I think the universe is very, very happy with that. So I can be happy along with it. Thanks for watching. I am Whitney Moon. And thanks for subscribing and commenting and emailing. It's beautiful. You guys are all wonderful. You know, I believe in a certain vibe on this channel, and I want to keep it that way. And we're going to keep it lean, mean, and fucking crazy. And yeah, crazy is this world. Take it or leave it. Doesn't really matter. Right? So peace out. Peace to new views. And yeah. All the in between.